Good morning. It is bright and early on a Friday morning, and I look like poop. Oh well. So, this video is inspired by Bri and I's conversation last night. So, Bri, you just made me go crazy brain. Um, especially us as mothers, I think we hear it a lot. And, in another community, everyone hears the word fat. Now, Bri and I were talking about why does fat have to be such a disgraceful thing? Like, I use it on a daily basis. I said I got a fat, sexy butt. Why is fat okay when you're talking about a fat bottom or some, big old fat thighs? I mean, in rap songs, they talk about fat bottom jeans and, things like that. So why is fat readily acceptable when you're talking about a butt or boobs or thighs, things that are already large or want to be large in the first place, but when I'm talking about I'm fat, it is a shameful word, and it is a word that we shouldn't use for ourselves. And then when you're talking to somebody and you say, yeah, I'm fat, I really got to work on that. That not only is say I said that, I know I'm fat. I'm accepting the fact that I'm fat. And I know I need to work on it, but there's so many different cognitive issues that I have to work on as well with the fat that I know. But if I were to go to my friend and say, man, I'm getting fat, I need to really, get on this, and I need to take a stand on what I'm doing, somebody's like, oh, honey, you're not fat. You're so beautiful, and you don't have to worry about that. Why can't I be beautiful and fat at the same time? Why do you feel the need to feel like I'm looking for comments or to be, oh, honey, you're not fat. No, fuck yeah, I'm fat. Sorry, I said bad word. Yeah, I'm fat. I know I am. I'm 5 foot tall and 180 pounds. But you know what? I'm a compulsive snacker. I eat when I should eat. I also starve myself on a regular basis because my mother taught me the same thing because she starved herself. I have a thyroid disorder that is not currently controlled, that I'm trying to get under control. And I have so many other issues that, yeah, I'm fat, but why does being fat compromise my beauty? My husband thinks I'm gorgeous. My kid loves me to death. And my friends think I'm awesome. So why does being fat have to compromise me in any way? Fat should not be a shameful word. It's not a beautiful word, but it's nothing like diabetes, or obesity. Like, diabetes isn't a bad word, but I work in the medical field. So when I think of diabetes, I either think of uncontrolled blood sugars or patients that are overweight and resulted in diabetes. So let me correct myself and say diabetes is not a bad word, but obesity is just an ugly word. I feel like obesity is just gross. When I had a physician who I was trying to go to and trying to say, look, I have a thyroid issue. Both of my parents have thyroid issues. My mother's is uncontrolled. I don't know about my father's because he's no longer in my life. But I want to be tested. I want to be treated. I know I have a thyroid issue. I've done extensive research on it. And he just told me, oh, well, you're obese. You just need to change your diet and you work out. Well, what do you think I'm doing? And there's so many other things that can go along with it besides mental and emotional health issues. There are issues as time commitments. There's money. I can't afford $70 for a gym just so they can watch my kids so I can work out for an hour. Granted, I found a great gym, but I mentally don't have the time to go. Because between my husband working 90 to 100 hours a week, all day, every week, me working 40 or more hours a week, and taking care of my house and my child, I have this much time to work out for myself before I pass out on my couch after I put my kid to bed. Not everybody has the free time or anything like that to go work out either. And they say that you could do it at home. Do you realize because I tried this, once I get home and once I get dinner made and Brooke ready for bed and Brooke taken care of and in bed, it's 9 o'clock at night and I've picked up my house. And by then, I'm falling asleep while I'm trying to work out. Or it just doesn't happen because my husband comes home for the first time in a couple of days because he's worked so much or he's gone out with his friends that I just want to sit and cuddle with him. So that brings me back to fat. Why is fat a bad word? Why does it have to be shameful? Why can't I be sexy and fat at the same time? Because you know what? I am sexy and fat. And I'm not afraid of it. I have self-esteem issues, I have body confidence issues, but I've also lost 70 pounds, gained 70 pounds, got pregnant and gained 90 pounds, and now have an undiagnosed thyroid issue that I'm dealing with. So, you know what? I'd rather be fat and sexy than shameful and using the word fat. I shouldn't be shamed because I say I'm fat. I'm not fishing for confidence or fishing for comments when I say, oh, I'm just a fat ass. Again, cussing, sorry. I just think that fat should stop being used in such a terrible phrase. If you're going to call somebody fat, own it. And make sure that they own it as well. You know what? Bri and I are fully confident. We're fat and we're proud. I am 5 foot at 180 pounds. I am fat and proud. Until that day comes where I get on top of my issue, just like Bri's doing great. She's lost tons of weight. She's on top of her issue. Until the day comes where I'm on top of my issue, I will be fat and proud. But it's small victories. So we should stop using fat as shaming. Why does fat have to be shameful? It's not. I'd rather be called fat than obese. So, yeah. So I'm sorry for this rant. It's kind of not mom related, but Bri just inspired me last night, and fat shouldn't be shameful. Be fat and proud. Granted, if you know you're fat, I'm sure you're taking it like ways to correct it, or you're not because you're proud of it. But don't use fat as a shameful thing. Ugh. So I'm done. I'm going to go clean my house. I will talk to everybody later. I'll get back into mommy things, but bye.